Alright, well I thought it would be kind of fun just to show off the knives I've been carrying around recently. These are 4 main ones in my rotation. This bottom one is a Victorinox Cadet. I normally carry this on me all the time, for the most part. Nice little knife. That always goes with me. So the main ones here, if I can get this one back in my pocket. Show off first one here is a Protect Godson in the steampunk, the copper steampunk variant. That is an awesome engraving. This is number 156 out of 200. If it'll focus on that, it's not going to focus. You might have to take my word for it. Well, just take my word for it. 156. Awesome fast auto. It's nice little dagger design. It's not double-edged, kind of looks double-edged, but so technically it's not a dagger. Good little auto. More of a gentleman's type folder, I'd say. Not so much gentleman, I guess, but it could pass the gentleman's folder. One of the other variants of it. Really strong spring. High tolerances. Protec is a awesome company. This is my first knife from them, but so far I'm pretty happy. Next one that we got here is the Boker Quaken, the Blade HQ exclusive. Just picked this up recently. Actually, I have 2 of these because I love this so much. You got the copper and the marbled carbon fiber. That carbon fiber is just mesmerizing. Really, really tight tolerances on this guy. I find the fit is pretty good. Because, I mean, obviously you don't have too much room to work with there. As you can see. In my previous video, now I can't flip it open. I had shown that it was a little stiff to open up. There we go. Just had to loosen the pivot up a tad. I think the blade does rub a little bit now, but, it's kind of a trade-off to make it a little smoother. If you hear listen right here. Kind of hear it a little bit. But it's pretty fast. I did cut myself in this knife already, first day I got it. Because if you're not careful, the way the blade folds here, the blade width is about the same width as the handle. So right up here, I'm sure we can get a shot down there. We can get it focused in. Maybe. You can actually see the edge right there. That line right in between the scales. Kind of see it right there. So what happens, I went to flip it, missed the flipper, pushed down really hard, finger slid through that channel, and I ended up slicing. You can actually still see the scar on that. If it'll focus. I need a manual focus camera right there on my index finger. Maybe. Focus? Okay, never mind. Screw it. But yeah, so that's what happened. So you got to watch out on that. That was a terrible flip. IKBS, so it's really fast. When it flips good. But definitely a fun, awesome knife. Pick one up if you can. I'm pretty sure they're still in stock on Blade HQ, but I don't know how long. Benchmade 530. This is a knife I've been carrying primarily at work, just because it's thinner and I don't like a big bulky knife on me when I'm working. These I believe have been discontinued now. I thought they were actually discontinued when I bought mine, but I was still able to find it. Axis Lock, Benchmade's probably one of my favorite knife companies of all times. They just make really, really good stuff, and this is a awesome little lightweight knife. I think it weighs sub 2 ounces, and the thickness on this guy is just insane. I mean, it's like, there's nothing to it. You can see how thin that is. Obviously not a really heavy-duty knife, but I just kind of want a little something on me. Definitely a good little, come on, fold up, there we go. This one, since it's so slim profile, the Axis Lock can be a little hard to actuate, because if it, okay, my lighting sucks, that's the reason why here. I don't have light, so it can't focus. There we go. The Axis Lock is actually indented. It's not a volcano type shape like they normally are, so that's why this one's a little hard to actuate, at least for me, but still good. And then another knife that I wanted to get for a long time, just never had, and that's a Paramilitary 2. I waited so long to get one of these guys, but I've had this for a couple weeks now and been carrying it around. I like it, actually. It's pretty good. Compression lock takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's still a good locking mechanism. I don't have any issues with it. Then you've got the camo handles, Digi camo, kind of natural G10, so it kind of gives it a little bit of that transparency, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I was going to get this in copper originally, but because Fly Titanium doesn't make copper scales, but the only problem with that is they're heavy. It like makes a knife, I think, over a pound, actually. Maybe not quite a pound, but it makes it heavy. It adds quite a few ounces onto it. So, and plus, I mean, the Digi camo on the black blade just looks awesome. Let's get a little bit more shadow on that there. There you go. Awesome knife. Like I said, I don't know why I hadn't had one of these before, because, I mean, it's kind of the quintessential, everyone needs one knife. you know. But at the time, I think it was just a little too expensive for me. And then I just kind of forgot about it and just never got around to it. And then somebody commented in one of my YouTube knife collection videos, I can't remember which one, the really popular one or the more unpopular one, or infamous one, that they were like, oh, this is the only knife collection video about a paramilitary too. And I'm like, okay, dang it, I'm getting a paramilitary too. So I did, like on a whim, like really, really fast. And there's another knife that I just bought that I didn't need, but one of my followers, God, now I sound like a cult leader. Far Cry 5, anyone? One of my followers told me about it. He's like, hey, you know, CRKT has a exclusive copper squid. I think it's a squid. And I'm like, dang, I need to buy it now. So I bought one. And they sold out like the next day, so I'm glad I got one. But that's coming in the mail, so I'll make a video on that when it comes. But yeah, so those are the knives I've been carrying recently. All really solid choices. If I had to choose my favorite out of these, like if I could only grab one, like right now if the zombie apocalypse hit and I could only grab one, I mean, that'd be a hard choice. But even though in a non-zombie apocalypse, I'd choose the Quaken, just because this is just a nice overall, like the best looking knife I have. I mean, this got to be my favorite looking knife, and I really enjoy it. If I needed a actual really hardcore knife out of these, or like, okay, you can only grab one knife from this four, I'd have to go with the paramilitary too. I've seen tests on this thing. It's been proven that compression lock. There's been tests where guys have packed this with mud and it still works. Spyderco is really high quality. You can just tell this is high quality. Like, this is one of the most high quality Spydercos I actually own, except for the Apocalypse screws. I had to have them send me a replacement. You can see the one that they sent me is a little bit higher, and the right there comes up a little bit higher for some ungodly reason. But yeah, I definitely grabbed a paramilitary too. S30V steel. You know, it's just all the good stuff. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. Tune into my next live stream, which will be never. I gotta start live streaming again. I mean, that's something I've wanted to do for a while, and I've done a couple, but I mean, I don't stick to it. Well, yeah, check me out on Instagram if you want. I mean, I'm just gonna plug everything. Instagram is basically the only other platform I'm on. I like Instagram way better than Twitter. Like, 2 people are on my Twitter. But, like, I got quite a few people on Instagram. And it's fun just posting pictures of knives because, in all honesty, I'm not about the little quick tweets. I'm more about the pictures and the vanity of it. So, anyway, I will catch you on the flip side. I'm going to go watch some Star Wars probably. I finally started watching Star Wars. I know. I'm late. I'm only like 40 years late to it. But, hey, better late than never, right?